I'm recording.
Hello, I'm Casey. I'm the main editor for EHTV, and today I got lucky enough to interview Areeb, our only foreign exchange student here at East High School, and I got to talk to him about his country and what he likes and dislikes about our country. Let's take a look.
मैं ईस्ट हाई स्कूल में जाता हूँ और मैं सीनियर जमात का तालिब इल्म हूँ और मेरी प्लेसमेंट सूस सिटी में हुई हुई है जो आयोवा स्टेट में है. I am from the capital of Pakistan, Islamabad, right now. That's pretty much in the center of Pakistan. Well, I had three siblings. We had three siblings in total. I have a sister and a brother. Both are younger than me. My sister is 13 and my brother is 7 years old. And I live with my mom and dad. My father works for the Pakistan Navy. He's like a captain. And my mother is currently studying, completing her MS in economics. And I was a soccer player, and I used to play soccer usually for fun. And I used to read books as well. I was into international relations and politics and stuff. So I spent a lot of time studying or reading just for pleasure, like the hot international topics and stuff. I always wanted to travel. That was like one of, I'd say, my dreams, like to travel and discover new traditions and cultures and develop a better understanding of different cultures and develop a better understanding of my culture in the eyes of different cultures. So I always wanted to represent my country in a way that it would benefit it. And as soon as I got to know one day about the foreign exchange student thing, I signed up for it. But that was like 3 years from now. But unfortunately, I wasn't like of age yet. So there's like a certain age category that you have to meet. And like I was put down because of my age limit. But then 3 years later, I got an opportunity again, and I signed up for it. And just step by step, I kept on qualifying. It took like 9 months for the final selection.
Part of the program.
You have to be more than 15 to 17. So that's like 15 to 17. You can't be beyond that.
Did you choose to come to America, or did they choose it for you?
I signed up for the KLS program that is exclusively from America. KLS means Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program, and it works in more than 10 countries. I'm not sure about the number, but a lot of countries, and that are predominantly Muslim countries and the areas around it. So this program then distributes its students into different organizations. There are like more than 30 of them that are called placement organizations that are in charge of placing people, the students in US, in different countries, and taking in charge of their exchange life when they're in US. I ended up in IRIS, which is the International Resource for Iowa, and it works exclusively in Iowa, and that's why I got placed here. Pros, I would say, is that usually our schools in Pakistan, we have to wear the uniforms like dress shirts and dress pants with ties or a specific standard. In these schools, like you could wear whatever you want and like every day-to-day clothes. And they have also got good sports facilities. Like we have sports facilities in our school, but like we have to like go out of school for availing them. Like, like our own time, and like it's not a part of the school, like the PE stuff, so that's what I like. Con would be like the educational system over here is kind of watered down because by the time we're done with our high school, all the subjects that we have done are college credit subjects that would qualify as college credit subjects over here up to sophomore level if you take maths, because we cover calc in detail and all. So that's kind of a con over here, that the education system is kind of watered down. So there's like a huge difference between the education in high school, which is relatively very easy, and once you go in college, it gets very hard for students. Similar, I would say that I wear jeans and t-shirts and all like Western clothes, and then my traditional clothes as well. So it's not very different. The only difference that I would say is the difference in food and the climate. Like the region from where I come, it's pretty warm as compared to here. So that's the difference that I felt. And the food, like the food is very different because like our food has a lot of spices and color, and it's pretty spicy, and that's not here. Like the food is not very spicy over here. Favorite American food, I would say that I like the jalapeno poppers a lot. And the food from my country, I would say that it's called biryani. It's like rice cooked in spices and chicken. That's my favorite dish from my country. The strangest and the funniest thing would be that people kind of has an assumption that all of the people ride camels, and it's kind of false. And because like people think that I ride camels and I have camels at home. Well, I have cars, and that's kind of funny because like how people ask strange questions like, "Do you ride camels?" or "Are you married yet?" And I'm like, "No." Like, who rides camels? When you have to like ask someone, "How are you?" I would say like "Kaise ho?" That's like "How are you?" And when the person's like "I'm fine," he would say that "Theek hu," which means that I'm fine.
Again, thank you, Areeb, for the interview. I learned a lot about his country and a lot about what he likes and dislikes about our country. Now it's time to turn it back to Josh and Lexus in the EHTV studio.